Welcome to Channel Name, where we delve deep into biblical prophecy and its relevance to today's world. In this video, we'll explore the concept of the tribulation, its phases, and how current global events might align with these prophetic timelines. The tribulation is a central theme in Christian eschatology, describing a future period of intense suffering and persecution before the second coming of Christ. The Bible, particularly the books of Daniel and Revelation, outlines several phases of the tribulation. Let's break these down and see how they correlate with what's happening around the globe today. Phase 1 is known as the beginning of sorrows or birth pains. According to Matthew 24, verses 4-8, this phase is marked by an increase in wars, famines, earthquakes, and pestilences. Over the past few years, we've seen a notable rise in these events. The Syrian civil war, escalating tensions in Ukraine, and ongoing conflicts in various parts of Africa highlight the increase in wars. The global COVID-19 pandemic, along with recent Ebola outbreaks, signifies the pestilences. Major earthquakes in Haiti and Nepal, coupled with severe droughts and famines in regions like Yemen and Madagascar, illustrate the natural upheavals predicted in the Bible. The first half of the tribulation lasts for 3.5 years. During this period, the Antichrist rises to power and makes a peace treaty with Israel, as described in Daniel 9, verse 27. The recent Abraham Accords, which have led to normalization agreements between Israel and several Arab nations, could be seen as steps towards such a treaty. Additionally, Revelation 6, verses 1-8, describes the four horsemen of the apocalypse, symbolizing conquest, war, famine, and death. Observing the global economic instability, widespread famines, and political turmoil, one can't help but notice the eerie parallels to these prophecies. At the midpoint of the tribulation, the Antichrist breaks the treaty and sets up the abomination of desolation in the temple, declaring himself God. This pivotal event is mentioned in Daniel chapter 9, verse 27, Matthew chapter 24, verse 15, and 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 3 and 4. Current tensions surrounding the Temple Mount in Jerusalem, including disputes over access and control, could potentially set the stage for this prophetic event. The increasing calls for rebuilding the Third Temple by various religious groups add further significance. The second half, known as the Great Tribulation, is another 3.5 years of unprecedented persecution and calamity, as outlined in Matthew chapter 24, verse 21, and Revelation chapter 12, verses 13-17. During this time, the 7 trumpet judgments and the 7 bowl judgments bring catastrophic plagues, darkness, and other calamities. The rising persecution of Christians in regions like the Middle East, China, and Africa, along with devastating natural disasters such as the Australian bushfires, Pacific typhoons, and severe flooding across Europe, are stark reminders of the scale of destruction foretold in these judgments. The tribulation culminates in the second coming of Christ, who defeats the Antichrist at the Battle of Armageddon, as described in Revelation chapter 19, verses 11-21. This marks the end of the tribulation and the beginning of Christ's millennial reign on earth, bringing a period of peace and righteousness. Following the tribulation, the millennium is a 1,000-year reign of Christ on earth, described in Revelation chapter 20, verses 1-6. At the end of this period, Satan is released for a final rebellion, which is swiftly defeated. Then comes the Great White Throne Judgment, where the wicked are judged and cast into the lake of fire, as detailed in Revelation chapter 20, verses 11-15. Finally, Revelation chapters 21 and 22 describe the creation of a new heaven and a new earth where believers will dwell with God in the New Jerusalem. This eternal state is the ultimate hope and promise for Christians. As we navigate these turbulent times, it's important to stay informed and grounded in our faith. While no one can predict the exact timeline of these events, understanding biblical prophecy helps us recognize the signs of the times. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more in-depth explorations of biblical prophecy and its relevance today. We'd love to hear your thoughts and insights. What do you think about the current events and their connection to biblical prophecy? Leave a comment below and join the conversation. Let's support each other in faith as we look forward to the promises of God's Word. Thank you for watching. Stay vigilant, stay hopeful, and remember, our journey is just beginning. See you in the next video.